Welcome to Big Hoss's Tailgate.
So what's up? I'm with Cory Chappo. I don't know what. Okay, where are you from? I know you're from Pittsburgh. Like originally from Pittsburgh.
Hey, Andy.
Hey,
How are you, buddy?
I know, right? All my intros are weird. They're all weird because I never know how to kick one off, so I just start and just go, okay, hey.
Hey, I'm Andy Rice.
Basically.
And I'm with guest today, Cory Chappo. How are you today?
I know. That's just weird. I watch all these ones and it's all professional and stuff, and I'm like, I like the idea of people not knowing what this guy has no idea what the fuck he's doing.
That's the beauty of it, though. That's like a traditional Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, I remember. Oh no.
Oh, I'm excited. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it still gets you. You're good, by the way. Trust me, Zach did it on the couch. He was sitting there in the long part over there, and I cracked the top, and he's just like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Well, most of it ended on his pants, so and it's it's just a little bit. I'm not
Oh, Mr. Conklin.
Yeah,
Nice. You know what? I'm starting to think you purposely fucked these beers up on purpose.
I might have just to like get people to do it, and then it's like, see, and it makes you look vulnerable. That's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, Cory Chappo. I get the Cory part right, and I was like, I know it starts with something, and I can't remember what it is. It sounds like a cartel leader's name.
It is.
El Chapo.
El Chapo.
Yeah. Which you think he would mostly use helicopters?
Oh yeah.
Because the name sounds like Chapo, like Choppa.
I don't know. I never thought about that. I just know when we make like reservations and stuff, my mom, her first name starts with an L. Mm-hmm. So we always put it under her because she will be El Chapo.
Ah, nice. El Chapo. I see what you did here. And they're like, sometimes coincidence just gives you the best jokes.
It's a beautiful day.
So yeah, man, you're in town. You were in town for like a work thing, but you were also in town like doing comedy. And that's where we bumped into each other down at Mario's.
Oh yeah.
How long you been in comedy for?
Way too long, dude. I started doing stand-up in 2006.
Oh wow, dang.
Yeah.
Like, where would you like? I'm trying to figure out because I started like seeing comedy around here in like 2013, like when I turned 21. You can finally go to the improv kind of thing, and I just was wondering like, how do people get started like before that? Like because my first open mic was Scarpace's.
Oh, I feel bad for you. I hate that place. And Ron's a douche.
By the way, we love our goat grinders here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna comment. I do like your Colt 45s.
Right? Yeah, I got those at I got those up in the mountains like areas of like PA.
Yeah.
Like they always sell kinds of like weird like wine bottles and stuff like that, and they always have these cool holders. And I'm a cowboy guy.
Oh yeah.
I rock with this,
Dude, I would hope you're a cowboy.
Yeah, and it's like I'll be honest, like it started with Tombstone. I think that's the one it started with, and then after that it was like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. But Tombstone's like a good entry western for anybody.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I honestly never really got into westerns that much.
Not even Tombstone though?
No, not really.
That's like I feel like it's a good like starter point because there's enough action to keep your attention.
Yeah.
And there's so many cool lines in there that you're like, is there other westerns that have cool lines like this? And then like, oh, let me introduce you to John Wayne.
I mean, John Wayne, I have watched a little John Wayne, but it's been so long ago I can't like do quotes off the top of my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's ones that are like burned into your head because we've seen it so many times. Like the fill your hands, you son of a bitch, like.
Well, yeah, that's Tombstone's the one where they're like, take it. Come and take it.
I'm trying to think. I know there's the one where he's like, I know it's funny. It's Thomas Hayden Church, and he's talking to Val Kilmer. He's like, "Oh, drunk piano player. He's probably seeing double." And then Doc pulls out the other gun, and he goes, "I got 2 guns, one for each of you."
Yeah.
And you're like, "That's so good." I don't know if that was written or if it's improvised, but it's like, man, because I'm like, how do people like in their head, like as they're writing this, being like, "Oh, this is going to be a cool line."
Well, I mean, even look at someone like Tarantino, though. In his mind, like, he literally said he was reciting lines from, like, Chained. What was the Unchained one?
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained.
Ooh, that's not the movie I would have admitted that I was reciting the lines for. You know what I mean? Like, for him, like...
Well, he was literally, like, sitting at his pool, and the lines were just coming in his head.
Yeah, imagine there's some guy like the gardener being like, "What the fuck, dude?"
And he just sang them out loud. I'm sure half the lines he didn't say out loud, dude. I'm sure he just kept them in his brain.
Yeah,
And
hopefully. That's like Inglorious Bastards. I'll give you. Like, that's the ones I can. All right, maybe, but like, whew.
I'll scalp this Nazi.
Yeah, right, I rock with that. Nazi scalps, just yelling. I'd be saying that around the house. Nazi scalps, all the. Solid movie, by the way.
I like both of them.
Which, who's your like favorite like director like to watch like their films?
Oh, that's a hard one. That is.
I wouldn't say like favorite, like one you have to hold above the rest. But like favorite ones you like.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's really difficult. I love my favorite of all time has to be Mike Judge.
Okay. That's a pretty solid one because like not a lot. I don't think he has a bad movie. Extract is maybe the only one, but even then, it's pretty funny.
Like I actually love all of Mike Judge's work. Honestly, like, I mean,
oh dude, the King of the Hill reboot.
Yeah, was fantastic.
I was a little iffy because like sometimes these reboots aren't as good.
Yeah.
And this was like it was perfect because they're making fun of everything that is kind of taboo to make fun of, but they did it in a way where it was like kind of funny no matter how you felt about it.
Yeah,
because like he was making fun of like the alpha male influencers, while also still being Hank Hill.
Yes,
like he's still masculine, but he's calling out their bullshit too. Like, yeah, I agree he shouldn't be a wimp. But at the same time, you're not teaching him how to really be a man. You're telling him all women suck. He's like, Peggy's awesome. Like,
well, and that like, there's so much beauty in his writing and his work, and it like I love Beavis and Butthead especially because it's so hard to write that stupid.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say you have to be pretty smart to write stupid.
Yes,
because. You think it's easy, but like it just sounds like a stupid dumb guy, like a cheesy dumb guy. Like you don't feel like it's funny at all. It's just dumb. Where the guys who write The Simpsons, like they're writing Homer, SMRT is hilarious. Like when he's just like SMRT, I mean SMART, as the house is burning down.
And it's so hard to write so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, the man has almost like a doctorate in physics.
Yeah, look like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
like
that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, like again, like so dumb, but there's so many jokes in there. You're like, I know people that are that dumb and they don't mean to be.
Yes,
like they're just genuinely like dumb.
And that's the thing. Like I could literally turn on Dumb and Dumber, the original movie, and find a new set of jokes I actually haven't laughed at.
Oh, didn't like the second one? Second one is I'll tell people it's bad.
Well, hold on though. Are you saying the prequel one?
No, the one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay. The Dumb and Dumber
2. Yeah, that was
Dumber 2.
Yeah, because there was Dumb and Dumber
which was a prequel.
Yeah, that one was like a directed.
Garbage.
Yeah,
that was garbage.
And then the sequel one was like them later on.
Yeah.
Like Harry is in a mental institution, which doesn't make sense.
No.
When you see the ending of the first movie.
Yes.
They go back home and he's fine.
Yes.
Why would he have a mental breakdown after?
Because they messed up the storyline, dude.
Yeah,
They
I would
obviously didn't rewatch the first one in order to pick up from where the first one left off.
Yeah.
They just wrote a whole new script.
I was still fine with him waking up in a mental institution because him ripping the catheter out of him had me dying in the theater. Like, there's moments of it that's really funny. It's just as a whole, it's not a good movie.
Well, and then there's just really stupid scenes like Jim Carrey drinking the embalming fluid.
Yeah. Or I will say, I took my dad to see that movie, and he was laughing about him farting in the window and letting that guy smell it back there.
Oh yeah.
Because my dad, farts are funny. He doesn't care how good the movie is. He just giggled at the fart part. And the part where they had to get the free drinks and he's like digging in his ass.
Well, but like there wasn't like anything iconic like this one's on Seabass.
Yeah, they could have had Seabass there, and he didn't show up. But sometimes like they do those things where it's like people get mad because it's not enough like the first one.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, it's too much like the first one. Because it's like they recycled too much.
But I would have rather had them recycle more.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the one thing I liked about Happy Gilmore too.
Uh-huh.
Was they brought back Shooter.
Oh, but Shooter was kind of cool that he wasn't a villain this
Exactly.
time. And like, hey, listen, we both need to work on this because they're destroying the game. But then they lost me in like the last third of that movie because it got too ridiculous. Absolutely too.
I know. I agree with you.
And that's why I'm like, Sandler, you had me like in the first 2/3. But when you're using shitty CGI to try to make something funny, you lost me.
Yeah. No, I do agree with a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I also enjoyed how they brought back Ben Stiller's character, Hal, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed that, and he's on into a new scheme. There were a lot of things I loved. I loved that they used Santa, John Daly.
Yeah.
And as they had Santa, dude. Like, the fact that they had Santa.
Oh, he was so... Like, and I love how they just had him... Oh, yeah, he just lives in my basement. Like, he lives in my garage kind of thing. And he has the money. He just chooses to live in his garage.
Well, but that's how he lives in real life, though.
Oh, John Daly's like a Bill Murray.
He's the best.
I wish there was more people like Bill Murray's. Like, I feel like Bill Murray, Woody Harrelson, John Daly are those people that they'll just show up to shit. Like, you're at your niece's graduation party and, like, John Daly shows up. Why? I don't know. He was just in the area and he was like, yeah, I'll go to the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, and, like, Bill Murray does that. Like, he shows up and then just looks at people like, no one will ever believe you.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. At least they're not Chevy Chase. At least they're not Chevy Chase.
Well, see, Chevy Chase is supposedly an asshole. I've never met him.
Yeah.
But, like, I also feel there's a disappointment with Chevy Chase because his best friend passed away in, like, the 70s.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever, like, fully...
Yeah, I think it happened to, like, a lot of those guys. Like, they're all kind of, like, messed up a little bit because that was their first experience with fame is, oh, we lost a big one with us. Where it's like, no, this is supposed to happen later. Like, because, like, you don't ever hear about, like, Steve Martin's guys. Like, oh, hey, they were, one of their buddies died of an OD or something.
Exactly.
You never heard that. Where these new guys, they were the first ones right out of the gate. Oh, hey, 5 years in, one of us dies.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah, and like that was a great movie about Doug Kenny.
Oh yeah, I watched that one. The
stupid feudal gesture.
I didn't even know who the guy was.
Oh yeah.
I just watched. I was like, oh, it's a story of National Lampoon, and then I went on and read the story afterwards, and I'm like, because I wasn't expecting the ending to end the way it did with him dying, which is what happens. Spoilers, but that's what happens in real life. He dies.
Yeah.
I had no idea that that's what the story was with National Lampoon, and that's how all those stuff happened.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, but like, if that was your best friend and you were, if that is true that Chevy Chase was the last person that was with him before he died, and then he wasn't able to like get him out of that funk or whatever when that week that he did it. I could see Chevy Chase just hating his life, because he still blames himself for that situation. So I could see why he would be an asshole.
I need to check out the documentary though on HBO. I seen it was on there like the other day. It was on Apple first, I think, or was on CNN something, and then like 30 days later it was on HBO. And I completely forgot about it. I was like, no, I need to watch this out because I seen the clip where he was like insulting the reporter, like the documentary, like, you're too stupid to figure me out. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
I actually almost bought a copy of that magazine with them holding the gun to the dog's head on eBay.
Oh, was it like the full magazine or just a?
It was the full magazine.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And the title of it, they rented a dog from a shelter to sell more copies of the magazine. And I mean, I thought it was hilarious. And they literally just held a gun to the dog's head and took a picture. And they said, if you don't buy this magazine, I'll kill the dog.
I like his eyes though, like the dog's eyes, like oh shit. Because it's like, how did you get the dog to do that?
Yeah.
Like oh shit. But then like you've ever like if you had a pet and you ever got way too close to your dog's face and you see him do that, it's like okay, I get it.
Natural response.
Yeah, they didn't have Photoshop back then, so how else am I supposed to get this reaction by putting a gun to the dog's head?
Exactly. But like that, I find what a marketing strategy.
It's kind of weird that like National Lampoon did movies like that, but Mad Magazine didn't.
No. Yeah.
Like you never seen like Mad Presents. I wonder if they did that. Do you think they would have lasted longer? I guess, or had more? Because they did the show Mad TV, which
Yeah. Well, but I think that's a whole different time frame, though.
yeah,
You know, like the thing that was cool about National Lampoon, at least to my knowledge of like me watching like the history and stuff on it, is they were doing radio and they were doing like magazines,
yeah,
but they weren't going into like film or TV.
mm-hmm,
So it's like they ended up getting like bought out of that market.
oh, so
By like SNL and all that stuff. So I can see like where Mad TV now came to a area where okay, the magazine industry is already dying in that regard, right? Or they're not prominent. So why would you then go into that source just because of that aspect?
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't know. It's like even modern day now though. Like
now I think we need comedies. Like it's like whenever like there's war going on and things are depressing in the country, now's the time when people want to laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like this is when we should be making comedies. And then, like it feels like the comedies they do make, they just go straight to Netflix and then they suck.
yeah.
Because Netflix are basically, I feel like the streaming movies, and this is going to screw me later if I ever want to work for a streamer, I guess. But most streaming, like original streaming movies, feel like the dollar DVDs you'd find like in the bin somewhere at Walmart.
Yes.
Like these cheap TV movies and all that stuff that you like couldn't find before. They just and the quality's gone down, like just in terms of stories.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, how many stories can you actually tell, though, Andy?
Facts.
You get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I liked, because I don't know how old you are, but you don't have to say.
Oh, I'm like in my 30s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here. I'm in my mid-30s. But we always used to have, like, that funny, like, I don't know, like, teen adult movie.
Yeah, like Superbad.
Yeah.
Like we had Superbad, we had
Not another teen
Pineapple
movie.
Express.
Pineapple Express was awesome.
Yeah.
You would always get something like Adventureland or something like that. One I love always, I still watch it. Call it what you want. It's like Cruel Intentions.
Mm-hmm.
The movie I love way better than the show. I thought the show was stupid.
Yeah, because look at what they did with The Burbs. They took The Burbs and then made it into a TV show, and I'm like, does anyone realize this is a remake, or they just think, hey, did you see that new Keke Palmer show? You didn't. It's like, did you tell anything different than what the movie already did?
No.
Like, it should be like could you reference it? Like, hey, it's the old house from the movie.
But they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
They're not, because that was actually created for the generation that doesn't know the Burbs.
Yep.
So they actually, that's the difficult. It's almost like they reset culture in my mind.
It does, because like there's a lot of things that you'll reference now, and like kids today do not understand the reference because there's so much now for them to see.
Yeah.
They don't realize things are a reference. Like they'll make memes of stuff that they don't realize is a reference. Like the Predator one.
Yeah.
the Arnold and like
Yeah.
they don't realize that the whole thing is from Predator.
Yes.
Then they watch Predator and go, "Oh, it's like the meme."
Yeah.
And you're like, "No.
The meme is like this.
Yes.
Let's get this straight.
Now you get why old people used to be pissed all the time. Now you're like, you know what? I'm becoming that guy.
Well, but I turned off the Burbs show like halfway through because I was like, okay, this is stupid. I already watched the movie.
Yeah, I already know how the family did it.
Yeah.
We don't need to know they're hiding a secret. They are.
Yeah. But I can see them how they reformatted it though, because they had like a half season where that half season would almost be like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah,
But the attention span wise for the kids that are coming up isn't actually long enough for an 1.5-hour movie.
That's why I started thinking like, remember how like in TV shows like for us growing up were 22 episodes, 25 episodes a season. Well, now you try to binge that now and you get kind of burned out like halfway through because there's so many episodes. Like The Simpsons. Like The Simpsons I've had to like take breaks on because it's like, all right, by season 10 I'm losing interest here.
Yeah.
But I do like these shows where it's like 13 episodes a season or 8 episodes. I feel like network TV needs to switch to that. Like do like these 8-episode seasons. Like that way for 8 weeks your show's on. Now another 8 weeks you can have another show in to fill that time slot. Like I think they used to do that in the 50s. And it's like that way because all these studios are buying up these shows and stuff. I would start doing that so that way you can like you're still creating content, you're still keeping people's jobs. It's just that you have more variety now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually love going back and looking at shows in like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, I've done that a lot because my parents like the retro TV stuff.
Yes. But like, okay. Like Leave It to Beaver was on every morning when kids were going to school.
Yeah.
But actually, what I find funny is there's like a lot of random public service announcements they would have to the kids.
Yeah.
For like new things that were starting to happen. Like for instance, that whole time frame, like Beaver starts getting the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But and at that time, the bus was new to the communities in the area. Everyone was walking however miles they had to walk to school.
Yeah.
So they were trying to teach all the kids how to use the bus.
Yeah, I liked whenever like shows kind of did that. Like there was a little bit of a lesson baked into the show. Like,
Yeah.
and you watch that with everything.
Yeah.
Like if it's an old Western, there's a lesson. If you watch like The Twilight Zone, there's a huge lesson.
Yeah.
I was just watching one. It was Dennis Hopper, and Dennis Hopper is like a young fascist. Like he's like a young kid that's like doing all this stuff, and then he's like visited by this shadowy figure that's telling him what to do, and he starts doing it and starts getting like bigger, and he's getting more people in, and then at the very end it's revealed who the shadow was, and it's the ghost of Hitler.
Wow.
And like they said when that episode came out, people were pissed because they said World War II just happened 15 years ago, and you're having Hitler on TV.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, but do you understand what he's saying? He's like, you guys are building up this hate. That's who's influencing it. It's the same type of person that's influencing this. And it's like in the 60s, like it's he's basically telling people like almost like he's doing these episodes pre-civil rights to get the point across, and like people didn't even realize that they were getting hit with a point.
Yeah.
Until like the very end, it was like, oh shit, yeah, maybe I am being a dick to people, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah. It's like, and then it seemed like in the 60s and 70s as well, they were also trying to test how long they can hold someone's attention. Mm-hmm. Because you have Columbo.
Yeah, there's
2-hour-long episodes.
And sometimes, like, Columbo doesn't enter until 45 minutes in.
Exactly.
Because they are so busy setting up the story. Like, I remember watching, like, I was watching TV with my parents, and the show started, and I had no idea what the show was, because I'm like, I don't recognize anybody here. And then all of a sudden, Columbo walks in, and he's like, oh, hey. Like, I'm like, so we're watching Columbo this whole time? Yeah. No idea, like, because it was, like, 30 minutes of just story and filler.
Can you literally try doing a Columbo? Because you hit him perfectly.
Oh, that's a hard one. Because he's just like, oh, one more thing. Like, that's
keep going.
He is like the best Columbo I've ever heard has to be he's in A Few Good Men. Kevin Pollak. Did you ever see Kevin Pollak's?
That's the best Columbo?
Yeah, because he gets the eye and everything.
Oh, really?
He can do that. I'll have to show you like on YouTube. Like, I'm so bad at like trying to like show people and record, but like it's perfect. Like he can get the eye like the eye move. He would call in, like trying to get like talk to Carson as Peter Falk, and gets in the way the secretary almost like put him through and was like, actually he'll call you back. And then he's like, okay, like it didn't work. Because like now Peter Falk's going to get a random call. I didn't call you. Like, yeah. Did you ever,
that's awesome.
He's in, I was watching something I didn't know he was in, Robin and the Seven Hoods.
I did not know he was in that.
He's the...
Peter Falk?
Yeah, he's basically trying to bust Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, all those guys. I can't remember if he's like a rival gangster or he's a cop. And he's like trying to bust them the whole time.
Oh, dude, he was typecast. He's a cop.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell they're going to make a prominent police officer a gangster.
I felt bad for him though, because like as he got older, he started having like Alzheimer's and was like lashing out at people. Like he was like walking down the street, like get away from me. Like, oh shit. And like you kind of felt bad because like you could tell like he wasn't there. Like, he's not really there kind of thing. It's like, ah, damn. It's like, why is no one with him? Like, someone get a hold of this guy. Like, check on him, make sure he's good.
Well, I mean, there's only so many times you could be an asshole to people before they just say, screw it.
Yeah, there's a few people I've done that where it's like, all right, that's cool. And they go, well, how come you don't talk to me? I'm like, think about it. Think real long and hard of why somebody would want to be like, I'm good.
Have you literally just, like... listen to how you speak to people?
Yep.
It's not hard to understand this concept.
Yeah. So so when did you where was your first like open mic? You said you started in like 2006.
Yeah, I started at Gotham Comedy Club in New York City.
Oh damn, what a place to start. Mm-hmm. Just kick it off right there in the Big Apple.
Nothing, baby.
That's true, I guess. Like go big or go home.
Yeah, I was 16 at the time, and then my grandma passed away and left me like $3,000 to me. And I haven't been on vacation in a while. Mm-hmm. And my mom's like, well, what do you want to do with the money? And I was like, I'm going to go to New York City and do comedy.
Yeah, just try it. Why not?
And that's what I did. My first show was my best show. I got a standing ovation in like the middle of my act. And everything else has just been a steady decline.
Yeah, because it's like, it's usually because they hit you with that, oh, it's his first time on stage. And then if you do decent, they think you're amazing because it's your first time on stage.
Well, my writing was better.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I actually set up a beautiful one-liner.
Uh-huh.
Where I set up, because I was just getting my driver's license. And it was... my mom wanted to take me to like a mental institution because I didn't want to do anything. And then I was like, it's fine. Like my brother works at UPS. My dad is a building code official and my mom works at the bank. And I know anytime I want, I can either do this or go to the mental institution. Oh, just so you know, I started driving. And like I just paused for like probably like 15 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then the room just erupted in like a standing ovation.
Nice.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've been steadily decreasing.
I remember like the first time I went up, I was like, everybody's like, what kind of, like, do you have any jokes? And I'm like, I got one story to tell because I didn't know how to write a joke, didn't know how to write comedy at all. I just went up and was like, this is a story about the first St. Paddy's Day post-COVID. And it was basically like, got hammered down at Mario's, and then one of my buddies was like, hey, let's go to the club. And then we go to the club, and I said, I didn't realize I had my knife on me. And so my buddy's girl he was dating at the time, now wife.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. Hid the knife in a very secret area.
Her bum.
No.
Oh.
front.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
And the thing was, it was, and like, that was like enough to like catch the attention of the bar. And then I was like, yeah. And I was just like, and it wasn't like a small like pocket knife. We're talking about a Leatherman work knife. Like this thing was thick. And she hit it right in there. I was like, okay.
And you know what your friend said? I like her because she could take it.
No, you know what he said? You know what he said to me? He goes, my girl's ride or die, ain't she? I was like, I wouldn't know if I'd say that. Like, good for smuggling drugs, maybe, but and that like got a huge like kind of response out of the bar. Like they were like laughing a little bit because it was like crazy. And I was like, oh, is this what comedy's like? And I was like, this is kind of cool. And then it's trying to think more and more stuff like as time went on. So I don't tell that one as much anymore, like because I've figured out how to make it like I just never like worked on it like to make it into a stand-up joke.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, I need to go back to it eventually.
I mean, we'll look at it after.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
Yeah, because it's like it was a wild night. There's so much that happens that night that tacks onto it. That's like it's a bigger story than just that.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful setup.
Oh yeah. Because I was just like, yeah, because eventually you have to get the knife back.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what do you mean? I was like, it was $100 knife. You think I'm just going to let her have it? Like, no, give it back. There was like, at what point do you write it off? And like, depending on who it is, then you write it off.
Oh, that's hilarious because you're like, and the knife wasn't the only thing she was storing up there.
Yeah, they handed me a, yeah.
She had this, she had that. She
handed me back a chain mace. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck.
You see what I mean?
I didn't have that.
You could have a list of 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah.
And then finally I got my knife back. I'm like, holy shit, that's God's glove.
It was like imagine if it was Mary Poppins that did it. Jeez, you'd be like, oh, you had a coat rack up there?
Exactly. Holy shit, she had a whole nother pair of panties up there.
I remember that movie threw me off like as a kid, like wondering how they pulled that off whenever she has the thing down. And now I go back as an adult and I try to look for it. Like you try to look for the ways how they did it, like because when they show it to you afterwards, you're like, oh, that's not as fun. Like watching like I think was it Wizard of Oz, and when the witch goes and throws the smoke down, if you look real close before she goes to like disappear, you can see the smoke come out of the square of where the elevator thing that's going to drop her down the set is.
Yeah.
And I think the one is like, yeah, she got burned like really bad after that. Because like there's a bunch of fire that comes up and like, yeah, we got that in one take because she was very burned afterwards.
Well, I don't know. There's sometimes I go back and I realize I missed the whole plot of the movie.
Because you're like looking at other things,
Yeah. Like that happened to me with Mike Judge movie, Office Space.
Oh, because you're like looking at other stuff in the.
Yeah, I actually. Until like 2 years ago, I never actually realized that the reason why he had that attitude was because he was never snapped out of hypnosis.
Yeah, I remember that because there's one part where he never snaps out of it, so he's just like, I kind of don't care.
And the guy had a heart attack and never was able to finish snapping to get him out of that.
Yeah, so he's just in that.
And my mom literally said to me, Cory, you missed the whole plot.
Yeah, because at that point you might have just got up to go to the bathroom because assuming that's the scene, and you missed that little detail of something, and you're like, I've watched this movie like 100 times. I've always just happened to miss that one part.
Yes. Yeah, because that movie actually was very similar to me watching as Shallow Hal.
Oh, really?
Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we're seeing the fat people. And now he sees the internal beauty of the person.
Yeah.
I wish I could get that.
100%. Because there's some people you meet and you're like, I'm sure that I kind of want to see what you're really like. Because there's some people it's like you would meet that are like super hot and then you see what they look like for real. Yeah. And he was like, ugh, she's ugly. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then when you see her in real life, he's like, oh, who's the babe? And they're like, really? You've met her? And then they're like, no, that's not her. She was hideous before. And they're like, he didn't realize he was hypnotized.
Well, but one thing that confuses me, though, is that one brunette girl who's always with him. His neighbor or whatever, who wants to sleep with him. She's always attractive the whole movie.
So, like, she's the only one that was like, that's really how she is.
She's attractive at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's attractive throughout the whole movie. and never changes. So secretly,
Is she the one that like hooks up with Jason Alexander at the end?
I believe so. She's that attractive brunette with like the olive tone skin.
Yeah.
And she's been in a lot of movies. But we're going to have to go back and I'm going to, like, do you bring up phones and actually do the research on who the girl is right now? Or how do you like your podcast to be run in that aspect? Because part of me is so curious.
Sometimes I just Google it like right there on the spot. Like I'll just look like, who is it? And I was like, hang on a second. And just like, I'm like, keep talking. And we'll just go on IMDb real quick and look up Shallow Hal.
Okay, yeah. Can you do that for me?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because it's like, that's the thing is I need a Jamie. Like I need a guy on the side. It's like, I got you, bro.
Yeah,
I know who
I'm
you were
here for
meaning.
you, man.
Let's see. What was her name? Is it Jill? Is that her?
Yeah.
Susan Ward. She was in Sunset Beach, The In Crowd. I'm trying to see what else she was in. Wow, just a lot of. I get CSI. Maybe she's a musician because it says she did music for.
Oh.
Let's see. That's weird. Isn't it weird, like, whenever you see somebody in one movie and they're actually pretty good, and then, like, you look at other things and you're like, oh, you were just in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't really do much. Dang.
But she was attractive in the whole movie.
See, sometimes I wonder if that's what if they actually meant to do that on purpose, or is it because, we didn't think that, I guess we didn't think that went through. Because sometimes you catch that, like, in certain movies.
And that's the thing. I would love to know. So if someone ever watches this episode that knows,
Yes.
feel free to reach out to us because I would actually love to know that detail.
Yeah. You hear me? Farley Brothers. I think they made that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's the one that they said they all regret making because it does not hold up. It does not. Society does not like that movie anymore.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah,
it was enjoyable.
Oh, it's fat shaming and all that stuff. It's like, well, okay, listen. As a big guy, I will tell you this right now. Being heavy sucks. There's so many like problems with it. It sucks. But I also agree sometimes it is genetics. There's a lot of factors. But also I do believe the government has been putting steroids in our food so that we don't starve.
But hold on. I don't understand. Can you explain why it is fat shaming though? Because he's finding the beauty of a larger woman. But he's seeing her as beautiful because that's who she truly is. And there's a lot of heavyset people.
Right.
Who are actually very nice
I think it was because they didn't like how extreme they went with their portraying like people that were fat. Like when she's on the diving board and it bows down. But like it's a comedy. They live in a heightened world.
Come on.
Yeah. And it's like, first of all, like if a board's bending that much, it's going to snap in real life.
Yes.
Like, and no one is that heavy. Well,
you can't say that.
That's true. Because it's like
600-pound life, man.
Yeah. And I'm like, how is that not fat? How is that not fat shaming? That's worse.
Actually, that is way more rude to fat people.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I'm going to tape you when you're fat.
I guess the argument is kind of like there's a lot of people watching going, thank God that's not me right now. Like, thank God, like, they see it and they're like, oh, I'm scared.
And they wish they could have that much internal beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're miserable and fat, there's an issue.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
You have to choose one or the other.
Yeah, you got to either be fat and happy or be fat and sad when nobody sees it.
Yes.
Like, just be like, I'm sad. That's where this came from.
Exactly.
Yeah. I had a joke about, because it's like, I was taking Ozempic to help lose, like, help with the weight loss thing. But the problem is that it cures your alcoholism. Like, you still want to drink, but you can't drink.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you cured the problem, but didn't fix the depression that came with it. You know what I mean?
I could actually really see that.
Right?
Yeah, because you're not...
Because you can't... you're not curing the thing that makes you want to do it.
Yeah.
You're curing the thing that you're doing, I guess.
I guess my question is actually like, but what's actually causing you to be depressed?
Right. It's also like, like smoking. Because like people who take they take medicine to stop smoking. But it's like, okay, but what's making you smoke?
Yeah.
And they're like, Oh, well, I'm stressed at work. Okay, cool. But did you think maybe stop the stress and that would help too? Or you're just going to be stressed and like now you're just going to beat your wife now instead of smoking?
Yeah, or abuse booze.
Yeah.
Because it's not as harmful. Or it may be, I don't know, but it depends on what statistics you look at.
Yeah. I do hear like whenever the non-smoking medication makes you like snap. Like people like were saying like they had bad dreams and stuff, and like I remember like my brother said he was taking it. He goes, I punched a hole in a wall in my sleep because he was like I was having a dream and I freaked and just hauled off and hit. He didn't even realize. He goes, thank God, like I was by myself when that happened.
What the hell is in that?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know if it's something because you figure it's messing with the chemicals in your brain. Yeah. So whenever you're sleeping, it's whatever chemicals are running wild there.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, hopefully it's like not acting like the big monster one because I'm gonna freak.
Well, and like I don't know if you saw this study. This is a little off topic, but speaking of dreaming, like I find it weird. McDonald's put $80 million. It was $60 to $80 million to try to get people to think of McDonald's while they dream.
Whoa! I wonder if that's the thing that they were using when in Venezuela, the discombobulator. That's what it was. The same machine that McDonald's thought of. So like all of them were like, I don't know, but I have this craving for McDonald's.
We're gonna just keep. And I literally said to my buddy, I was like, if I start dreaming of McDonald's.
You know
don't expect me to be.
You know who it was? There was a young advertising exec that watched Batman Forever and was like, yo, I have an idea. Which was actually a pretty solid plan on the Riddler's part. Like, oh, I'm going to put this thing that people attach to their TV. I'm going to suck in their knowledge while they're watching TV.
Yeah, well, but what if that actually happens?
I mean, they kind of do with TikTok.
Well, but even like, okay, they literally have the technology to tell how. Okay, for instance, even like making a movie now, you have to decrease the twists and turns of a show or a movie because they did an analysis.
People are expecting the twist.
Well, no.
Oh.
That 80% of people watching the shows are also on their phone.
Yep. I think was it Matt Damon was on I think Joe Rogan's podcast or something, and they were talking about having to write a movie for Netflix, and they said we're used to writing movies the old school way, like we wrote Good Will Hunting, where you can just write the movie and just there's no like you don't have to have any conditions for it. He goes, Netflix is like, okay, you have to have a big action set piece in the first act. He goes, then you have to constantly remind people in the middle of what the plot is. He goes, and then at the end, have another big action set piece, and that's your movie. And he goes, but why can't we just make a movie? And they're like, well, no, your budget is allocated for a big action set piece here, a big action set piece here, and the rest is just filler.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So it's like, it feels like you're handcuffed, like, into writing a movie that way.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But that's why every movie blows.
Yeah, because everybody who's actually a film fan goes, this sucks. Yeah. And most of the people go, this sucks because they're using data to write movies instead of just writing movies and letting people find out what they like.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point, my question is, well, they have to see somehow you through a television because how the fuck are you getting that information of people not looking at their
well, it's like look at Marvel. Like I love the Marvel movies. I'm a Marvel fan. I got the Thing tattooed on me. I got all this comic book shit over here too. I'm a movie fan. I'm a Marvel guy. But my nephew pointed out something to me that I didn't kind of realize because I watched most of those movies in theaters once and then I don't watch them at home. Very few do I watch ones at home. And he goes, did you ever notice that in Marvel movies after like something big happens, there's a pause? And I was like, no, there's not. And he goes, go watch No Way Home. He goes, there's a scene when all the Spider-Men are swinging through and they land on the Statue of Liberty and they all do their pose. He goes, that pause feels like it's an eternity because the pause is in there for the audience to lose their shit. He goes, and it works in a theater, but when you're watching at home, it's awkward. Like there's like a 10-second pause, and then it goes on to the next scene.
Yeah.
He goes, any other movie would show that. There's the moment, and they continue the next scene. It's like there's moments now where they anticipate, okay, 10 seconds, 1, 2, 3, audience cheer, then the next scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd never noticed that until you start watching. Then you start seeing it like Infinity War, Endgame. There's all these moments where that happens.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
It is so sad. You know what I've recently discovered that I really love? Well, actually, can we pause here?
Yeah, 100%. We can pause here.
Okay, cool.
Give
Thank
me
you.
1 sec. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're back from the break. Had to restock on beer.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel bad. I can't. I can.
Me.
Yep, there he goes. Nah, it's cool. I'll get it later.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine. Yeah, trust me. It's one of these couches where it's like, I'm a single guy. I'm not going to take this with me whenever I have a wife anyway one day. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's like I mean that, and it's like I've spilled stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's just I can't get too. I don't understand why anybody gets mad at anything. Yeah, like everybody acts like they don't like at some point mistreat their own stuff. You know what I mean?
oh, I mess up everything.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was it?
Did I make your phone comfortable, Andy? You
No, you're good,
You
dude.
pulled a pillow closer to you.
No,
Or are you just wishing you had someone to cuddle
No,
with?
I just need. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. She knows who she is. Anyway.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Some new romance.
Yeah. Watch when this episode comes out. It won't be anything, and I'll be like, yeah, you know, you just be hurt later. You're like, I can't
Not
listen
to
to.
love me.
Oh man. Yeah. We were talking about like how moments in movies like they have this built-in thing now.
Yeah, where they have that pausing, which I never like. I mean, I guess now looking at it, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want that moment to be like, oh yeah.
But it's okay. So like I expect it more like from like a movie versus like those kind of movies. It's like okay, but these are also like experiences. Like I'm coming here, like I know what I'm signing up for when I walk in here. I know that the crowd's gonna be a little crazy because it's a popular movie. I'm supposed to come here to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Like, but if I want to watch a movie that's serious, I will also go see that too. It's just there's so many movies coming out that I'm like, Like there's a lot of movies I want to go see, but it's like this doesn't look worth my time going to the theater to see it.
And so, I actually love a lot of anime storylines better
Okay.
than like traditional storylines.
Mm-hmm.
I almost cried at this one anime cartoon called Demon Slayer.
I've heard of it, but I've never like watched it.
So, Demon Slayer. I'll tell you the subplot. My gosh, it's a tearjerker, man. So, like, a guy goes to get firewood for his family, and he has like 6 brothers, sisters, you know, all together.
Yeah.
And then the dad, he's nowhere to be found or whatever. I think he died or something. And then he can't go up the hill because supposedly demons come out at night.
Uh huh.
But his family mistakes him for a demon because they thought he was coming home. And then they all die.
Oh. Dang.
This is in like the first, like, boom, like 10 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one demon has you can be turned into a demon by another demon.
Mm.
So they turned his one sister into a demon.
Ah.
And he feels sympathy for demons.
Because the sister's one.
His sister is one.
But even though like they're the villains, he has sympathy for them.
Yes.
That's fair.
And then his goal, he's like, oh my gosh, her life is going to be terrible because she's going to outlive everyone she loves.
Oh, yeah. I guess yeah.
And he wants to find a way to turn her back into a human.
I feel like that's be a hard thing to do. It's like, how do I make this person that's now a supernatural entity into human?
Yes.
But I guess it's like once we acknowledge the fact that we live in a world where weird things can happen, anything's possible. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing is you watch like these movies and stuff where like there's these wild circumstances, and people are like, well, that's not realistic. It's like, well, the fact that like you're watching these Marvel movies and you see these people using like, oh, that wouldn't happen. I'm like, well, they also flying men don't happen either.
Yeah.
But we're watching a movie with this.
Exactly.
It's what it is like it's whenever it's like justified to be pissed off is when it's like you set your own rules and then you broke your own rules.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me, oh, you can't do this, but then you find a way that, oh, yeah, this guy's perfectly fine. Fast and Furious is a prime example of that. Like, you're telling me that someone can die this way, but Dominic Toretto can walk through fucking jet fuel, and it's fine. Like, he's perfectly normal, and there's no broken bone, anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but what I like about it is whenever he does kill a demon, he almost, like, gets sad. And then you see the backstory of how a person became a demon.
Oh, and then
it brings up all these sad, emotional. It's actually way more of a better storyline than half the movies I've seen lately that are live action.
I was just talking to somebody. I was telling them about video games, how they have better stories than most movies do.
Yeah.
And some people will argue with me on it, like, the Spider-Man games, the new ones, the PS5, PS4 era. Like, some of the side quests have better stories than the main game. Like, there's this character that you introduced you to in the first game where he's like the pigeon guy. He's the homeless man that keeps the pigeons, and you help him, and he tells like a little bit of a backstory about himself, how he like ended up homeless. And it's like really sad. And you're like, oh man, I really like this guy. To introduce you to him in the second game, he sends you on this mission across the city. And when you come back, EMS is there and they're hauling him away on a gurney. And it is the saddest fucking moment in the game because this old man and you're like, it's a fucking video game that I'm playing. And why am I getting emotional? Because they play this song that goes with it.
The tearjerker song.
Or there's this one where there's a dad, a grandfather that has like Alzheimer's, and he wanders off, and the woman's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, can you help find my grandfather? Like, it's he has mental health conditions. I'm worried about him." And so you go around and find like the traces of him, and then you find him sitting on this bench, and he's talking, "Oh yeah, like I know my granddaughter's probably worried about me because I just had to come back here before I forget." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Well, this is the place I met my wife." And like he's telling the story to Spider-Man about that. And then she comes up and Spider-Man's like, "Yeah, I got it." Like, and then she comes over and he tells her the story, and then Spider-Man walks away. But it's such a beautiful moment of him telling this story that you're like, you had to hear that from like an old guy that told that's a real story how he met his wife, and you just used it for the game.
Yeah.
But it's way more better than what the most movies you see.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I love that they find these stories that, like, they just hit you, man.
And that's what I don't find in a lot of, like, movies nowadays.
You don't. There's no emotional core to a movie. I'll tell you what, the last movie that actually had me kind of like I was bawling. Granted, I took an edible, then was bawling. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That movie hit me hard like a train. I don't know why it did. It's such a weird movie, but like I was watching it. I was telling my buddy about it. I was like, dude, I'm telling you, I bawled like a baby watching this movie. And then he watched and goes, dude, this movie hits you. I was like, yeah, right? Like, because it's like
I've
this.
never seen it.
Oh, it's a weird.
Can you text me that so I can watch it?
Yeah, it's the one with Data from the Goonies.
Yeah.
He won an Oscar for it. Him, Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, her.
Sorry, as soon as you said Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it reminded me of the scene of Old School with Andy Dick teaching the women how to do blowjobs. and it was like, suck that penis like it's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
The thing is that I feel like if anyone's going to teach you, Andy Dick is probably the best teacher. Like, just with the stories I've heard of Andy Dick over the years, I feel like he would be the best teacher of sucking dick, probably.
I could imagine his first movie debut was Double Dragon.
Ooh.
As a weatherman.
I guess that movie sucked dick enough. So
Yeah. Yeah, so he was good at sucking dick with that first movie appearance.
I remember I saw like I was over at my sister's house, and Stars sometimes would throw on like Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Like, and the Street Fighter movie's not bad. I'll argue that. It's okay. It's bad, but M. Bison, like Raul Julia is M. Bison is pretty good.
Actually, they're coming out with a new one.
I did see that. Like, I know 50 Cent's Balrog, which I'm like, all right. But Cody Rhodes has the Guile haircut. Like, they showed him behind the scenes, has the full headpiece. And I'm like, this is going to be either the greatest thing or the stupidest thing.
Oh, it's going to be stupid.
I think it's going to be on par with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because Mortal Kombat was like, you're doing everything that I want in a Mortal Kombat movie. It's not great, but also this is about as best as it could probably get.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the last Mortal Kombat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, but they did all the fatalities.
Yeah.
The story could have been better. But I'm also understanding this is just a world building movie.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go into it like, we're going to introduce this guy that has no idea what it is. Should have been Johnny Cage. I'll argue that. But now this one is like, okay, so you're basically remaking the first one, but now you're putting the tournament in.
Well, but hold on. You can't technically remake it as Johnny Cage as the first character.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because he was based off of blood sport.
Yeah, because all of his fighting style is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Exactly. So you aren't able to do the same iteration, then everyone's going to say, oh no, you're just another blood sport movie.
Yeah, I guess so. I did like how a lot of people don't like that they aged Bebop in this new one because it's Carl Urban, but I'm like, I'm actually okay with it. Like, I'd rather have him like as an old action star.
That's true.
That gets drug into the thing because now he actually knows how to fight. Where the young guy would just be like, I'm just trained.
Yeah.
At least this guy can kind of like, all right, well, I know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to do the split and punch him in the nuts.
I actually would like to see that.
They have to. As much as they did the fatalities in the first one, you have to do that.
Would love to see that. Well, I mean, I'm actually looking forward to Street Fighter coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be fun seeing the new Street Fighter.
And I like the explanation they gave in Mortal Kombat. Like, they all have to hit a certain moment in their fighting, and then their ability unlocks.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense that how they do all the weird shit in the games.
Yeah, it's like Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's like you unlock. It's like almost like an X-Men. Like, your power doesn't come out unless extreme stress happens.
Exactly. And like that's what I also like Demon Slayer. You would like Demon Slayer because it has that same aspect of like you get better, and then you get like.
I never understood like the anime version of demons because I'm like, you know, when you hear demon and you're thinking like your immediately mind goes to Christian. We're like bad people, and it's like Asian demons are different for some reason.
They're sort of like almost like a weird version of a vampire.
Yeah, like they're not exactly like the demons of old, but they're almost like monsters.
Yeah, it's like someone who is immortal.
Yeah.
And they're
always in some mischief.
Exactly.
Always. It may be super evil, but it also might just be something harmless like, the guy that constantly makes people get flat tires.
Exactly.
And you're like, okay. Have you seen Good Fortune?
No.
They kind of have that similar like mentality where like there's different angels for everything, and Keanu Reeves is the angel that stops people from texting and driving. That's his job.
Oh, okay.
That new one.
That was the name of the. Yeah, I actually didn't know that was the name of the movie.
I watched it recently. Pretty good, like pretty good movie actually. I was kind of surprised.
Don't you love how I'm getting around my puddle?
Oh yeah, it's
I'm like doing all these weird yoga poses to get around it.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't want to step in it. Like it's like
I don't want my jeans wet, man.
Okay, that's fair.
If I get my crotch wet,
next thing you know, the leg will be up over my head. You're like, anyway, about it.
I'm not that good at vinyasa. Vinyasa flow.
Oh man. So yeah, like you tell me you did comedy in New York. You started in Gotham, which, again, imagine that pressure. Like, your first open mic is at a huge comedy club like that.
There's a downstairs room called the Vintage Lounge that holds like 70 people.
Oh, okay. They had like a smaller room, but
Yeah,
like,
that's actually where they do podcast studios now for Gotham Comedy Club. So if you see like anyone doing a podcast at Gotham, it's always in the Vintage Lounge.
I went to the Stand when I was in New York. I got to see Cam Patterson.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I know like those guys kind of get a lot of crap, like those guys, but I'm like Cam is actually like he was funny as hell. I don't know if he's like just really good at crowd work, but like man, like his set was hilarious because like he had moments where he was asking people questions that was part of the crowd work part, but it had a bit behind it.
Yeah.
And so like but like it's funny like when people would trip him up on some of the crowd work, you could see like when he was newer, and he would just be like, but his recovery of when he was stumped was even funnier than what he could react with.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm impressed. Like that guy was really good. But it was kind of cool to see a show like in a real comedy like a comedy club in New York City.
Yeah.
Because like the other ones was like, I didn't realize how far apart everything was on the island.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, why don't we go see the Comedy Cellar? You're like, that's on another part, dude.
Yeah, that's in the West Village.
Yeah, and I think I don't know where the Stand is.
Stands
like
on 23rd, off the top of my head. I think it's like 23rd, between 3rd and 2nd and 3rd or something like that.
So roughly,
20th
if you've never been in New York City, how far, what's the distance you'd say?
Well, typically, every avenue is 2.5 blocks.
Uh-huh.
And every block is about a minute.
Okay.
So to get from there, you're looking to go 3 avenues to 4 avenues over. So that's about 12 to 14 blocks.
Okay.
Roughly. So that's about 20 minutes walking. And then you have to go at like it's like a 45-minute walk.
Holy crap. Yeah, my fat side would be like, no, we could just Uber.
Well, actually, what's really funny about that, the first time I went there, when I was 16, my mom and I got tickets for Comic Strip Live in New York City, in Times Square.
Oh, okay.
And we walked from Times Square the whole way up to Comic Strip Live because we didn't realize how far of a walk that is.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like 100 blocks.
Ooh.
Because you're going up 40 blocks and then over like another every 2.5 blocks.
Yeah, because I'm like used to seeing New York in like video games, and I'm like, oh yeah, everything's not that. And like everybody's like, no, you don't understand. Like if we actually put this entire island in here, it would take you like 3 hours.
Yeah.
To get across this whole thing. I'm like, Jesus. Whew.
Yeah, it's actually way bigger than what. But and then each comedy club's able to draw that community section.
Yeah, so it's kind of makes more sense to have clubs there because it's like, oh yeah, you're getting different spots in town. You don't have to like.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to like versus Pittsburgh where you are fighting for everyone's attention basically.
Exactly. Where on the Upper West Side you have Stand Up New York. And I forget where West Side Comedy Club is, but it's somewhere between Stand Up New York and Broadway Comedy Club, which is on 52nd.
That's why we see more comedy shows in Pittsburgh bars than we do like in clubs because it's kind of like bars in Pittsburgh are like that for comedy clubs in New York. Well, like each bar is catching that local area, and it might still be 20 people, but that 20 people are keeping that place alive.
Exactly, because then you also have a big bar comedy scene as well. Because those are the people who are trying to now get the material to get into the clubs.
I will say, I think doing more bar comedy helps you as a comic, because like you're able like to deal with the rowdy crowds.
Yeah.
Like you're able to deal with that stuff quicker because I've seen people that only do like, oh, I'm only going to do a theater, like they're like type shows or comedy where it's like a quiet audience. Then when they get in the bar show, they're like, they shut down because they're like, I don't know how to handle this. They're talking to me.
Yeah, well, there was an awesome, oh my gosh, Paul Odom. This guy Paul Odom ran one of the coolest spots. I remember this is like when I was like 21.
Uh huh.
It was called the Hog Pit. It was a barbecue restaurant bar, and it was an ambush bar show.
Oh.
So
like people didn't realize that there was a show happening. It would just happen.
And one half of it was a bar.
Mm-hmm.
The other half was like where people would just sit and eat dinner with their family. And literally, you have Paul would set up one of those construction lights. One of those like silver construction lights.
The one you see at Mario's, the spotlight.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And you would perform in the middle between the bar and the like where people, the dining room area. And you had the bar crowd of older people. My gosh, dude, that was such a hard room to perform in front of.
Because like you have one side that's laughing and the other side it's like, I can't believe you're saying this.
Exactly.
And then the other side that's clean, that's they're laughing. And the other one's like, all right, I guess it's funny.
And it would start at like 9 p.m. So you still have people in both sections.
Mm-hmm.
And it would, how they introduced that the show was happening is he would go up and be like, hey, there's comedy happening now. Boom. And then he would be like, first person, boom, this person. And then they would just go up and do 5 minutes.
Wow.
It was awesome.
And they're sitting there just like,
what is going on?
I would love it because I know some filthy comics that would just like, you could see it now like, we have kids here, man. Seriously?
Well, I mean, I went every week. And there were almost fights that would break out between like comics and just, it wasn't as, it wasn't that exaggerating of like a crazy place.
Yeah.
But it was like, I went for like 3 months that it existed and like 4 fights almost broke out.
Yeah. I've been on shows where that's happened.
Yeah.
Like I was on one show one time and some people listen to it will already know what I'm talking about. Other people, I'm just going to keep it vague. But I was on this show one time and I go up, did all right. The guy after me, he goes up, does all right. But the whole time is like the bar didn't realize there was 2 shows happening. So like we were kind of like, it was kind of a shit show. And then this other guy goes up. Well, he starts talking about how much of a shit show this is and is killing on this because everybody else agrees with him.
Yeah.
Well, then the host does not find it funny at all because you're shitting on his show. So then he interrupts the guy's set and basically is like confronting him, like kicking him off stage. And then like he says something that basically pisses everybody in the bar off. And now like a fight's wanting to break out. So now they're trying to separate that guy and separating his friends from trying to kill that guy. And it was like, and then like there's still one comic left and he walks up there, he's like, hey, you still want to go up? He's like, how am I supposed to go up after that? Like,
oh my gosh, you definitely have to go
and
up
nobody was getting paid.
That's the best part.
Like no one's getting paid for this.
You should have said, I'm going up again.
It was like everybody just wanted to get out because everybody's like,
But
yeah.
But I'm saying, next time that happens, Andy,
Yeah.
you better say, hey, can I go up again?
Yeah, because try going back and trying to recover from that. That's going to be a skill, right? Or that's going to be an activity.
Well, not just that. You are going to feel the most awkward energy in any room.
Yes, it's like, okay, just have that experience that you know how to
go up for the energy, man.
just to feel it.
Just to feel what it is.
Then you walk up and go, oh, this is rough.
Because if no one's laughing at you.
Uh-huh. At least you have the recovery. You can be like, well, I know why we're all not laughing, right?
Well, mentally, just to feel the energy, dude. Because let me tell you one thing. I don't even care if people don't laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. You know, the only time you're actually bombing is when people are starting to talk to themselves. Or they're on their phones.
Yep.
Because you actually lost their attention fully.
Yeah.
But if they're just sitting there watching you,
yeah,
not doing anything, that's fine. You just didn't give them something that they like to laugh at.
Yeah.
But they're still attentive to you. You're still entertaining them.
That's the good part is if you can talk to people and they're still listening to you and they're looking at you like, okay, well, at least I'm saying interesting shit.
Yes. At least something is captivating you enough. I'm just not directing the joke to where you wanted it to go.
That's why I had this. I did one one bit at Mario's on Wednesday, and I was like, I didn't want to tell any comic what the bit was going to be. Like, I didn't want to run it past. There was like 2 people I ran it past beforehand. And I was like, I'm going to tell this thing, but I can't tell everybody. I want to wait because I want everyone's genuine reaction to when I say this, because it was something very personal. And if it gets out before that, it ruins the joke. So I was like, okay. And when I did it, it went exactly how I thought it was going to go. Everybody reacted perfectly. And everybody also found it funny too. And I was like, yes. I was worried I was just going to say it. And then it just bombs, and you're like, now everybody knows something personal about me, and now I have to walk out of here with shame. You know what I mean?
Grow the fuck up, Andy.
I know.
Who gives a shit?
I know. I guess it's like the normal person part of your brain that's like, hey, I'm going to be embarrassed. You know what I mean?
I'm beyond embarrassment, man.
Yeah.
There's no I don't know. You want to know what happened to me the other day?
Yeah.
Well, I have this job, and I'm at an event.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to make it a joke, but it's probably going to be, it's way better as a sketch. So
right.
If you see a sketch about this in the future, please don't make it a sketch, because this is funny and happened to me. But, and I'm planning on doing something with it. But, so I walked in, I had to go number 2.
Mm.
And there were 2 stalls open, you know.
Yeah.
One that no one likes because it's small.
Yeah, it's a little too tight, I get it, yeah.
And then there's the handicap stall.
Oh, the best.
Which is a delightful space. I can have my legs open, I can do whatever.
Yeah, you got handrails and everything,
yeah, it's one of the most beautiful things. You're always going to take the handicap stall.
Every time. I've done it. Like, I want more room.
Yes. I do it all the time. For my whole life, if I'm in public and that stall is available,
I can already kind of see where it's going, because I've had something similar happen to me.
Well,
if it's going the same way we're going.
A guy who was in a wheelchair was leading around a blind guy all day. And they just so happened to go into the restroom while I'm finishing up in the stall. And, you know, I'm sitting there on like ChatGPT or whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling through YouTube or whatever. I'm finished up.
I'm swiping right.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever your activity to do on the stall is, on the Thunder mug, on the nice toilet there, I was finishing up doing that, already done. And next thing I know, the blind guy starts hitting the handicap stall door with his cane. And the guy in the chair was like, Frank, I'm so tired of you today. The wheelchair guy was very angry with the blind guy.
Yeah, because he's like, you're probably picking on some other handicapped guy. And
well, not just that. He's like, you're pissing me off today, Frank. And was like, it's your other left. You got to go in the urinal. But where I was in the building, there wasn't much space between the urinals
and the door.
And the door. And then you have a wheelchair guy who's sitting between the two, patiently waiting for the person to get out of the the handicap stall. So I opened the door, and I hit the guy in the wheelchair with the door because it opened out. It didn't open in. I like when they open in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's more convenient than opening out.
Makes sense.
Especially if you have such a short, you're only getting like this much space between here and the urinal.
Right.
It's not like you get a lot of space. And the guy's like, you're not even handicapped.
Dude,
he yelled at me.
You've had the worst experience because you've actually been yelled at. I've had the walk of shame where you walk out and you look at him and go, my bad, and just keep walking. Like I've just looked at him. There's an awkward silence. I just went and just kept going.
And then the blind guy was already pissing him off. And then he went in and was like, God damn it, and started screaming.
Yeah.
Because he's frustrated.
I was waiting for you, like, and then the blind guy turned around and he got pissed on.
Boom. I see what you did. Andy, I'm not that cheap.
I am. I'm very cheap. I see those little moments and I'm like, get it. It's right there.
I'd rather it just end how it ended.
The thing that makes you mad, though, is that you try to write that stuff and you can't. But, like, you'll hear in conversation with somebody and they'll set you up and you're like, ha. And then you're like, shit, why can't I come up with that on my own?
Because you can't. There's only so much shit you can think about.
I know, right? There's stories I've thought about where I don't realize you never thought of that story until you're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I didn't think of it as a bit before, but I was talking to somebody, like, growing up, oh, yeah, we used to have the old Batman glasses. And then you start thinking about it, like, oh, yeah, like, I guess I could use that as a bit, but you forgot that you even had those old Batman glasses to begin with.
Well, for instance, making a comedy bit is like making a game.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can technically be a game.
Yeah.
You just have to learn how to layer it.
Right. Because there's some stories where people are like, this can't be funny. And it's like, it can be. You just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, but also I think the best thing I've ever heard on the stage, which changed my opinion of it all, is I heard an interview with Seinfeld one day. Whatever you think about Seinfeld, I don't care, but I thought this was interesting.
Yeah.
It was, they're like, well, who are you on stage, Jerry? And he's like, I'm Jerry Seinfeld Incorporated on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 95% author, 5% Jerry Seinfeld. And my viewpoint is from Jerry Seinfeld's perspective, but making it funny
is the 5% Jerry Seinfeld.
No, making it funny is the 95% author.
Oh, okay. I thought you were meaning like it was the other way, where it's like the 5% is him, the person, making it funny.
No.
Oh.
No, and he said something like, well, this happened to Jerry, but that's not funny. But what happened to Jerry Seinfeld Incorporated?
Oh, okay.
This.
That makes more sense.
And now that's funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that, because it's like, like there's some things where it's like it happens to you as a person, you're pissed off.
Yeah.
But then, like, when you look back at it from the comedian point of view,
yeah,
you're like, oh, yeah, I guess I could see where that's funny.
Well, Louis C.K. said something very similar, not to that exact stance, but he's like, well, when I initially wrote this joke about being in an airplane, I was writing it from me saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny if it's a little kid.
Yeah. It's what kind of weird, like, when something happens to you, then you're like, oh, yeah, if somebody else this happened to, way funnier.
Yeah.
That's what I tried to come up with a really dark joke, and it was a little too messed up.
I love dark jokes.
Because they were talking about, like, kids that, like, when they fall down, kids don't know they hurt themselves until you tell them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever see, like, a little kid when they fall down, they're like, come on, you're fine. And they don't realize that they actually are hurt because they just bounce back up. The moment you go, oh, my God, are you okay? Then they start crying because they're like, oh, yeah, I guess I am hurt. And I said, imagine if you use that same logic towards school shootings. How many kids would be saved? Because they said, oh, this so-and-so's dead. Like, he was fine until you acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Like, he probably would have been fine, walked off the bullet wound and everything, but, you had to say something.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. I said that one time for, like, old people, and they were like, I was like, yeah, we're not going to try that one again. Like, we're going to use that, like, a different time.
Well, I actually had the same premise a long time ago. Mm-hmm. We go a whole different direction. But,
yeah.
You're making me want to revisit that joke.
Right now?
But I'm not going to do that now. But
well, that's what they say. All premises have been pretty much done.
Yeah, it's hard to find a premise that's never been
Yeah, it's just what's your take on it, like, kind of thing. Because it's like I think the only time is like, because there's no two people that have the same perspective on things. They have similar perspectives, maybe, but not the same. I would say.
Hopefully not. There's a hilarious song I like listening to. It's it's very popular. It was the Lil Wayne song "Right Now."
I'm trying to think which.
Well, there was lyrics in it of my friends. I have a small circle, but we're in different shoes. We live in the same building, but got different views.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, holy shit, that explains more of life.
It does. It's weird how like you'll hear a rap lyric and you're like, yeah, I get it.
That is the smartest thing. Rap music is the smartest and the dumbest at the same time.
Yeah, because there's sometimes you'll hear like eat the booty like groceries, and you're like, come on, now that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're like, it's actually kind of funny. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Sometimes, you feel like you need a condom when you listen to rap music.
Oh, dude, I feel like listen to you know the comedian that makes me feel that way the worst. And again, I'm not meaning this as disrespect. I'm just saying my own personal opinion. I love Rodney Carrington, but listening to Rodney Carrington's material, I'm like, I feel like I need to go to church after this because it's so filthy. Like the stuff he's talking about is so like you're like, I feel gross listening to this. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I enjoyed about Rodney Carrington, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like the show.
The show was
The show was really good. I liked.
I actually enjoyed his show a lot more. I actually wish he did more acting because I actually thought he was a good actor.
The one movie I saw him in that I really liked, and I'm partial because I like Toby Keith. Beer for My Horses, where like because Rodney Carrington plays a good dumb guy in that movie. And they're watching these the criminals that they're trying to catch, and they're on like a stakeout or whatever, and he looks at Toby and goes, "Is that them fertilizer takers?" And Toby just looks and goes, "Seriously, fertilizer takers? That's the term you're coming up with?" But it's like that seems like such a like I would say something like that, like not realizing how dumb it is in the moment. You're just thinking of something you couldn't think of the right word.
Yeah.
But I love it, just fertilizer takers.
Hey, you're supposed to be smarter if you make your own word.
Right?
Look at George Bush. He made a bunch of words.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, that I have to be more comedian or focused. And you're like, what? Comedian or focused? Did you really say that?
Yeah. What are we getting out of you now?
Yeah. So like, who's like some like comics that you like that are like that? Like, because how did you first stumble on like Rodney
Dangerfield?
Carrington?
Oh, well, I liked it. I watched the show.
Yeah, because that's what I first saw the show, and my dad liked the show.
Yeah.
So my dad was a truck driver. Now, keep in mind, my father does not appreciate dirty comedy. Does not find it funny. He likes fart jokes, but does not appreciate like dirty graphic sex jokes.
So he was Larry the Cable Guy's target demographic audience.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but even my dad would be like, Larry's a little too dirty sometimes, because he did have some dirty ones.
Yeah.
But so my dad, he's in the truck and he puts on Raw Dog Radio, which is 18 and up comedy.
Yeah.
And he gets on running Rodney's bits, and my dad's he is so like my dad was appalled. Like he's like funny on the show, but my God, is that man dirty? Like, I was like, yeah. So that's why I was like, when you listen to other comedians, I'm like, Dad, come on, he's dirty, but he's not Billy Crystal. Like, you know, he's not that.
So this is why you're so wholesome.
Kind of. Yeah, I grew up very like religious, so it was very Christian based material. But, like comedy in our house was Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Still funny.
I enjoy Everybody,
but mostly clean. Like it's pretty. Like most of the stories in Everybody Loves. I think the dirtiest storyline in Everybody Loves Raymond was when Marie did the big sculpture and then she didn't realize it was basically a big vagina.
Yeah.
And they never say vagina. As a kid, I had no idea what her sculpture was because I didn't know what she was talking about, like what everybody was talking about. Yeah. And then when they tell her, she's like, "Oh my God!" Like,
that's funny.
Yeah, like a lot of King of Queens. Like so, watching Jerry Stiller's dad. You know,
well, Jerry Stiller's the best.
I always thought he was a little like I didn't understand like. I didn't realize how big of an icon he was at the time because I just thought he was, you know, her dad on the show. And then everybody's like, no, when you look back, like he's been around forever.
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
That guy was like Well, George Burns is one of my favorite comedians. I love George Burns. But George Burns was active in comedy since he was like 9.
So he had like the vaudeville type comedy too, a little bit.
Yeah, but Burns did live performing until he died when he was like 100.
Oh,
He was like the longest acting entertainer ever to live.
I like him on. I just watched Oh God. I never seen it before, like the one with John Denver, and pretty decent movie. Like I was like, okay, the first I didn't watch the other ones, but I was like, this is not bad. Like I like George Burns. Like I liked it because he could be clean and still be funny, but then he could also be a little dirt. Like he could do the little bit of a dirty old man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. My favorite joke is actually a George Burns joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's he would always like set it up with like late show hosts and stuff like that, and like, yeah, they keep telling me I smoke too many cigars. Well, George, how many cigars did you smoke today? I smoke about 14 a day. Well, George, what does your doctor have to say about that? I don't know. My doctor's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's beautiful.
But it's like old guys. Like it is kind of funny because like there's like old dudes that are 90 years old and they're eating, like they eat bacon every day, eat eggs every day. They smoke 20 packs of cigarettes and they're like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. And that's why I find.
Well, because they found out like those guys are mostly not stressed.
No,
because they don't care.
Yeah.
Where everyone today is a ball of stress and they die like at 50.
Yeah.
So like those dudes, like, yeah, I just don't give a fuck. Like that's why they just say what's on their mind. They just and they live forever.
Dude, that's
look at Keith Richards. That man does not give a fuck about anything, and he's 1,000 years old.
Doesn't he have to do like 2 lines of cocaine and like drink a 6-pack to stay alive?
I know that he did. I know he snorted like his dad's ashes. So like he has like 2 people like already inside him, kind of thing. He just absorbed his dad's life force and was like, I'm alive. Him and I was trying to think, Willie Nelson, like marijuana's kept him alive. I do like those guys, but it's kind of sad every time you see him perform because you're like, is this the last time I'm going to see Willie? No? All right, he's here another year. We're good. Like the Stones, you're like, I better go see the Stones before they die.
Yeah.
And then like 20 years later, they're still kicking. You're like,
how did this happen?
Yeah. And they're like, it's the last tour. Is it? You said that 3 tours ago. Come on now.
Well, because they thought they were going to be dead.
Mick's like, well, we're still around. Want to do another one? Yeah, why not?
Hey, we got nothing.
I feel like when the moment they actually do retire is when they all die as a collective. Like that's when it's over. Because I feel like Mick's going to keep going for like. I feel like we'll die before Mick Jagger dies. Like, I think. If anyone's making the argument for like the whole like conspiracy about the baby, eating babies and stuff, it's probably those guys. Like that's how they're keeping their life force going. I don't know. Maybe not. I went too far with it.
No, that could be a thing.
Could be.
I'm not sure. I didn't know we were a conspiracy podcast.
Oh, I touch everything, dude. It could be comedy. It could be conspiracies. It could be
I love
movies,
conspiracies.
Music.
Conspiracies are my favorite thing to talk about.
What's your favorite one? This could be controversial, but what's your favorite conspiracy? Because everyone I thought was my favorite ended up becoming facts, and it's like, oh, damn.
There's multiple. Like, one I find intriguing is it's the opposite side of Abe Lincoln.
Oh, yeah?
Where he wasn't killed because he released slaves. He was killed because he refused to sign the 14th Amendment, which made everyone, like, a citizen and pay taxes.
Oh. He refused to sign that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He just freed everyone.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Because like, a lot of things are kind of like JFK. Everybody's like, oh, he was just mad about civil rights. And it's like, was he?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
You sure about that? It wasn't about the secret organ things he was going to... Okay, all right. We'll buy that.
Well, I have a joke about the moon landing and how I think it's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how come if I'm on the phone with my mom on FaceTime, I lose service right down the street?
But on the moon,
On the
it's
moon-
crystal clear.
In 1969, we were able to live stream something.
Yeah. I will take that they might have went to the moon, but the thing that you saw on TV was filmed.
be
That's
yes.
that. I kind of I go 50-50 on it because it's like we have all these satellite photos and you have the ISS and up there. I feel like we did it.
I think we did, but it wasn't recorded.
Yeah. And I feel like it's better to keep the lie going than it is to just admit that part, because then it's like, well, if you lie to me about this.
Oh, you would never be able to say that the moon landing was fake and they admit to it, because then that means that anything they say will never, ever, ever be taken. Everyone will think opposite of it.
Yeah, and you also think who was in office at the time. Was that LBJ? Or was that Nixon? Case closed. Case closed. Like,
but at the same time, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, LBJ pulled his penis out on talking about Nam.
Yeah.
On TV, he showed everyone his penis.
Well, that was who was it? There was. I remember it was funny because like LBJ is known like he was like president during the civil rights and like they made so much advancement, but then you're watching like The Butler. And he shows him in the bathroom, and he's just dropping the N-word like no one's business.
Yeah.
And you're like, again, like, what are we doing here? Like, history screws with me all the time.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, you learn one thing, and then, like, something comes out and exposes it, and it's just like, okay, now I have to reset my understanding of history again.
But that's the thing. That's why I don't even try. Like, I try to look at it all open to see everything.
Yeah.
And then do my own research, like about the topics and stuff like that. Just because I don't trust any bit of information I get.
And the bad part is, like, you'll tell somebody something, and they're like, "Did you do your research?" I'm like, "Yes, I did." Where is it? I can't tell you because when I did my research, it was 2:30 in the morning. Okay, I was scrolling and I was just randomly curious.
Yeah.
I don't know where I found it. I just know I read it somewhere. Like,
and that's the thing too. Like, because you can. I think this is where I really agreed with Robert Kennedy Jr. when he said this. He's like, how is it if I'm doing a court case and I have a guy who has a PhD on my side from Stanford, Yale, and Harvard? And the defense, also fighting the opposite side, has a PhD person from Yale, Stanford, and Harvard.
right.
They're battling each other on opposite sides about data that we're both trying to manipulate for our favor.
Right. And even though, like, because my thing is data doesn't lie, but viewpoints do.
Well, but the issue is you can't say that there wasn't money or some kind of error in any data.
Right.
And we don't know how it was being manipulated at that time frame.
Yeah.
So who's actually to say anything we know is actually real?
Yeah, because the reason why nothing's honest is that no one really likes real answers.
Yeah.
No one likes the real answers of things. Because if you actually go and sit down and you throw the numbers up and go, okay, here's the facts. A lot of people will like cherry pick which facts they want to know and be like, damn, I'm going to use that against you. It's like, okay, but what about this other fact that kind of also, I don't want to say counteracts that.
Yeah.
But like shows that, yeah, that's the case this time, but when you go a little bit further, it proves the point what I'm saying is.
Well, even look at something like a car crash with and without a seatbelt.
Right.
Yes, you can say that the seatbelt saved the person from being ejected from the car. Right? But then also you could say that the seatbelt being there has given people way more harmful injuries in like whiplash.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see data, whichever aspect you want to see data in.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, I've known some people where it's like they were in car accidents, and had they been wearing a seatbelt, like their head would have been taken off or something.
Yes.
But thank God their head, like, they were able to like move more freely
Exactly.
and miss it.
Yes.
And it's like the weirdest. Yeah.
And that's the thing. There's so many cases. So then it's like, okay, so who is now the people putting money funding the research in order to figure out?
Yeah, and you don't know what variables they added in. You don't know, like, yeah. There's so much stuff, especially like when they're testing like medicine and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but you gave it to this guy and he died. Okay, well, what other things did he have going on? Are you going to disclose that, or are you going to say, oh, this person died?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the, I'm going to be good. I was going to start naming some stuff, and I was like, nope, we're going to be good.
No, but I mean, when you start looking at like weird things like that,
Right.
It's like, okay, yeah, but how are we even coming to this answer?
Right. Well, it's like, okay, like a lot of people, like, I feel like I can dance around this one, pretty good one. But like for a lot of people were like, defending like the Anthony Fauci guy. But then at the same time, they're like, hey, look what he did in the 80s. He's been known to lie about stuff and known to give people things that like actually he knew was killing them, and was like, nah, we'll lie about it.
Yeah.
Actual things. But we're going to put this guy in charge again on stuff. Maybe you should find another guy. I'm just saying, like...
The thing that interests me with Fauci is it was Dr. Kerry Mullins.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kerry Mullins was the guy who created PCR technology.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like what they were doing, like the swabbing and stuff with.
Yeah.
And he said that he doesn't want that technology to get out into corporate, because it was supposedly made for like a lab to try to like test specific.
It's not meant for common testing.
It wasn't meant for common testing, and he passed away in like 2019.
Yeah.
But
well, think about this. It's like they're putting a cotton swab so far up your nose. It's like, again, lab testing makes sense. Again, I'm not a scientist. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm just common sense looking at something. But it's like you're putting a cotton swab that far up your nose. How many of those fibers are stuck up there now?
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
And probably making you a little bit worse. Probably making your symptoms worse.
yeah.
Because it's like the people you are having do this aren't really used to doing this. So they might go a little further.
Yeah.
Go too far. Because the lab guy, hey, I know how far I'm supposed to go. I'm trained on this more.
But what I liked about Kerry Mullins,
I don't trust the guy at MedExpress.
he always called Fauci a paper pusher. He's like, that guy's nothing more than a paper pusher.
Well, yeah, I don't trust anybody who's a doctor in a high position. And part of me is like, you're not an actual working doctor, and things have changed since you were a actual working doctor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a guy who's 80 years old coming up with the standardized things for surgery, because what does he know? When's the last time he cut someone open?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Granted, you have experience when you know certain things, but also there's so much advancement now that you're being outpaced by any person you put in charge that's not working in the field.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it makes sense.
No, yeah,
Sometimes when you think of things, you're like,
it's pretty wild.
It's like a mechanic. Like mechanics now. Like, you have the old guys who used to know everything, how to work on stuff. Well, then they get the new cars and they're like, I can't work on this. He's a skilled mechanic. He knows his shit. But he can't know how to work on the new car because so much has changed in the time he's last working on a new car.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's more like, it's hard because there's more microchip technology. And
Oh, yeah. Now it's like you take the one part out that needed repair. Well, here, you just threw off the microchip that fucked everything up in the car now. Because you didn't just go to the dealership, which they're counting on you to do anyway. Do they have electronic things on your car? I'm waiting for the day that they just, we ended this police chase real quick. Why? We just dead switch, killed the car. I'm waiting for it to happen. They haven't done it yet, which is bullshit. If you have the technology, you can do this. Why is it not more available?
I can't talk about that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just go, yeah.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Yeah. So yeah. Moving on. So what? Yeah, what is some like the comics that you like? Like,
I like a bunch of old people. I love Sam Kinison.
oh, dude, I remember first time I saw him was like my brother had like an MTV doc on him, and I was like, who is this guy? Because he was dead by the time I was born. You know, I think he died in '91.
Something like that. He
Yeah.
died from 91 to like 93 or something in that ball. You know, I'm not sure about the exact day. I'm not
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But
The stuff he would do, man, like he had those shows a lot like I was gonna say a lot like I'm blanking on his name right now. Andrew Dice Clay. Where like those guys were rock stars when they'd go do a show. Like it'd be like like how stadium shows are now, but like that's what they were for comedy then. And had a random guy in the audience say, "Oh yeah, my girl broke up with me," and they call her on the phone.
yeah.
Whether he's a plant, I don't know. But can you imagine him calling somebody, "You fucking whore," screaming it into the phone?
Sam Kinison was amazing.
Oh,
There's stories of like Sam Kinison running off stage in the middle of his set and doing another line of cocaine to get the energy up so he could go back on stage and do another 20 minutes.
Did you ever see the music video he made, Wild Thing?
No, but you're going to show me after.
Oh, dude, first of all, it's him with every 80s rocker, like John Bon Jovi's there, all these people, and they're like, he's singing Wild Thing. It's not good because it's Sam Kennedy, but you can get the yelling part down. And it's all those rockers betting on these two girls fighting in a mud pit.
That's awesome.
That's the whole video.
That
and you're
is
just
badass.
like, all right, this is cool. Like, this was a thing, I guess, in the 80s.
That is badass. The 80s would have been a really cool time to like be like
Yeah.
in your like 20s to 30s, I think.
Eddie Murphy's like, no one had more fun than me. And I believe that. Like, no one had more fun than Eddie Murphy in the 80s.
I think anyone with some kind of stature
Yeah.
had a ton of fun.
Stallone, Arnold, like, because it's like they had everything. I like, I didn't know Mr. T's daughter did comedy. And she has like a thing like from Don't Tell where she's telling the story about having Mr. T as a dad.
Yeah.
And being like, you can't relate to kids, which, okay, makes sense. But she was talking about like whenever I think Roddy Piper actually hurt Mr. T in WrestleMania. And she's like, we go back to the room to check on Dad, and Hulk Hogan's there doing coke, like blasting coke away, and he's just like, I'm gonna fucking kill Roddy Piper, and it's like, what the fuck? Again, those guys were having a blast, even though Hulk Hogan, Mr. Eat your vitamins, kids, you could look like me. Didn't tell you about all the steroids to take too, but those guys looked like they had a blast.
But they did.
Doing all that stuff,
They
like
did
having
have a
so much
blast.
fun.
They had a great time.
Yeah, it's kind of like I had fun in my 20s, but now if I was to do that same stuff, I'm tired. Like at 8 o'clock, I'm ready to bed.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I try to just have fun.
Yeah,
Whatever I do, I just try to have the most fun.
yeah. Whether I like having like comics over and being like, let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
Because it's always fun to watch movies with people because they can point out things that you never saw or never thought of while watching it. You're like, I didn't look at it that way. Actually, it's kind of funny when you think of it that way. Like,
Oh yeah, I love having a garbage movie night.
well, so we kind of got duped, or I got duped at least.
Why?
I seen this movie advertised and thought it was going to be about stand-up, called Is This Thing On? And then I talk a bunch of comics, hey, you guys want to go see this movie about stand-up? Like, they're talking about it on Rogan. Like, we should go see this movie. So we all go preparing to watch a guy's journey into stand-up, and it's about him winning back his wife. So all of us got duped into watching like more of a romantic comedy than we did watching a movie about stand-up. And we were so mad about one of the guys just got up and left. He was just like, I ain't sitting through this. He's like, I can't. He's like, this is so like not what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But a whole group of us went. But like the movie was funnier because we all went as comedians, like, expecting something different. But I feel like you wouldn't have got the same experience if you went by yourself and got duped. You know what I mean? It's more fun to go with a group of people, and we all got duped as a group. It was funnier.
I mean, I actually enjoy going to the movies alone.
I like it with some movies.
Yeah.
And there's other movies it's like I would rather go with a bunch of people on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I would say like Star Wars is a movie I want to see with a bunch of people because it's a fun movie and there's a lot of excitement with it. And there's no story. The story's weak in Star Wars. The story as a whole.
What was the one? I know you saw it. It was about trying to get the blueprint plans for the Death Star.
Oh, Rogue One.
Okay. I went to see Rogue. That's the last movie I went to see of Star Wars. Because when I was there, I accidentally said, all these people die, it's not important. In the theater. And I was like, no one cares about any of these characters.
It's true,
They're
but
all dead.
I will say...
They're all dead.
It's true. But I did like it because it showed a different side of Star Wars. It showed the actual war part, which I thought was kind of cool. Like where that shows that there's no good guy in war, really.
Oh,
like you wanted, because the rebels, they always paint them like, yeah, they're the good guys. They never do anything bad. But then like the reality of it is real shit happens in war. Like, yeah, that guy's a source. He's going to snitch on me. Fucking kill him and keep rolling. Like, because if not, the whole thing gets exposed.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I went there and I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, it is funny.
And
like
I started cracking up laughing. The people around me got annoyed with me. And I'm like, what do you care? They're all dead.
But you're also kind of like, it's fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like I do hate the sequels, like the 7, 8, 9, because they did kind of shit on everybody that came before them. Like, oh hey, you could like give us what we wanted, which was to see Luke, Han, Leia. We wanted to see those three together. Yeah. You stole that from me, and I can never get that back. You stole that from me.
My favorite character was Han Solo.
Yeah, and we kind of figured he was going to die, but again, should they not all be together? They started everything. Why wouldn't you put them together for one scene? Yeah. I'm not asking the whole movie. Give me one scene.
And then give 10 seconds for that nice pause.
Yeah, the audience reaction. They did that though. In the first one. When Han and Luke when Han and Chewie walk onto the Millennium Falcon, there's a 10-second pause where they do the pose, and then he goes, Chewie, we're home. Like, but you didn't have to do that.
No.
You could have just showed him walk in and be like, what's going on here?
Well, they needed to fill that 10 seconds of
Yeah. It's kind of like watching, but you see that, like, even in, like, some TV, like, sitcoms are known to do it, but there was a reason for it. Like, do you ever notice, like, whenever somebody walks in, they do the thing, and they pause, and there's a huge laugh break, and then they go on? That makes sense.
Yeah, Michael.
But it's a TV show. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there always is a big pause whenever Kramer walks in the room.
Because he was getting such an applause.
You're missing the dialogue of what...
That they had to do a pause.
Mm-hmm.
Because the live action audience loved them so much.
Right.
That you could not...
Right, but in a movie, there is no... Like, you're not... There's no live audience reacting to it in the movie, so there's no reason for the pause to be there. Like, if they miss the dialogue, that's on them. Fucking be quiet next time and watch the movie again. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get both sides.
Right.
Because they're trying to be respectful and give you that moment.
I think they would get more credit as a movie. Like, people would take them more seriously as movies if they didn't have that pause.
I'm not saying...
You know what I'm saying? Right.
But I'm also saying... If they had the pause, if they didn't have the pause, now people were like, "Oh man, like I didn't get to like enjoy that scene enough."
Yeah, and it's like, well, go home and watch it and pause it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's what I look at. Go home, watch it, and pause it. Like you'll be fine. But yeah, I get it. Like I said, I agree with you. I see both sides of it, but you're just like. The reality is if you took the pause out, you'd be taken more seriously as a film, I think.
Yes. Oh, you would definitely. I'm not saying
Right.
that. You will definitely be.
And like I said, some mediums it is necessary, like comedies. You have to have that moment in there for people to laugh and react.
Yes.
So that then you can continue on. But then again, I think it's probably why most comedies aren't really respected as films.
Yes.
Like there are comedy films, but they're more films than they are comedy. There weren't funny moments.
And you said you guys walked out to a romantic comedy.
One did.
I love a good romantic comedy.
Hey, I like The Wedding Singer. Like those are comfort movies for me. Like because they are romantic comedies in comedies.
Rom-coms are one of my favorite genres. Actually,
It depends on who's in it for me.
Oh my god.
Depends on who's in it and the type of like story, like because technically like Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates is a rom-com. But I like who's in it. I like the setting of it. It's more appealing to me versus like watching something with Katherine Heigl.
Wait, are you a Hallmark movie guy?
No, not a Hallmark. It depends. Old ones I am.
I love Hallmark movies.
You remember the 90s? Like everything up until like these modern Hallmarks.
I love even modern Hallmark.
No, I can't. They're so cheesy.
Every modern Hallmark, it's either a single dad.
Yep.
Or like some kind of great divorced mom, or like, but it's mostly single dads now.
Yep.
Single dads are with a daughter are like the most prominent story of Hallmark movies.
Yep. Because they want to. Yeah.
Beautiful movie.
I found out something recently. Apparently, Gen Z does not like the alpha male action stars anymore. They like quote unquote. This is the term of the article, beta males. Like Jacob Elordi, like him as Frankenstein, like people like him more versus like people like action stars like Stallone, Alan Richardson, guys like that.
Am I out of frame over you?
I don't know. That's the bad part of not having the camera guy.
Sorry.
I can't. Yeah, you're fine.
Because I was
Yeah.
I was into it.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
I accidentally backed out.
No, you're good.
So I may be out of frame for a little bit.
Yeah,
So-
just a little bit. We'll be fine.
Yeah, half of me will be cut off. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's why we pan in and zoom a little bit too. So,
Cool.
yeah, you'll be good.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about Hallmark movies.
Yeah, of course.
I like.
No, you were talking about beta men.
Oh yeah, beta
and
males.
how the new people.
Yeah, they don't like they don't have like a Stallone or an Arnold. Like they don't like those kind of people anymore.
They're afraid of that.
Yeah, so they like the more sensitive guys,
Well, they're submissive.
like Timothy Chalamet.
The beta males of the males of this next generation are very submissive.
And I think it's because of wrongfully aggressive guys before us, if that makes sense. When I say wrongfully aggressive, like too aggressive, like they would fight over a drop, like at the drop of a hat for no reason. Where like these guys, they'll fight, but you have to give them like kind of a reason to, and they're more sympathetic to like people's needs and stuff because people want more of that. I feel
That's a beta male.
I'm assuming. Oh,
A beta male won't even fight.
oh yeah,
They're just let people walk all over.
that's true. Because I look at Timothy Chalamet, I'm like, I don't buy that Austin Butler lost to you.
You see what I mean? Like
You won by prophecy alone.
I don't see.
They want David, not Goliath now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Again, even if you're direct to someone now, and you're a blunt person, blunt people seem to be too aggressive now. But meanwhile, you're just direct.
Well, I've had some friends and like they might be giving me instruction on like for a show, and like they'll be telling me something, and I'm like, okay, and they're like, hey, I'm sorry if this is coming off harsh. And I was like, why are you apologizing? You're telling me this is what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to apologize. And it's like, if I have an issue, I'll ask you, like, hey, how did you mean that?
Well, they're younger.
No, actually, they're similar age, but they've dealt with people that don't like that.
Oh.
They can't handle someone being direct.
Oh.
So he's like, I'm trying to like walk that line. But eventually, when you try to walk that line, you eventually get fed up. You know what I mean? Eventually people get, like, you kind of get fed up as a person because you're like, well, I'm trying this indirect approach and you're not listening to me and it's fucking everything up. So now I have to be more direct. You know what I mean? Because like beta.
Now he's mad.
Right. And it comes off even more aggressive. Like than what it should have just been to begin with if you just were more direct.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think honest communication is the best policy.
Yeah.
If it's harsh, it's harsh. If it's not harsh, it's not harsh.
Yeah, I
think you should have a big Tailgate shirt on right now instead of the shirt you have on right now.
That's true. Well, that's why I have that hat, and I always feel weird because it's like if you're wearing the Big Hoss hat, it feels like weird wearing your own merch sometimes.
But I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
that's the show.
Yeah.
You know, but that's me being direct to you.
Right. Yeah, it's cool with me. I ain't upset by it. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
But some people would be like, "Oh man, I can't."
What do you mean you're criticizing my outfit for my show?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I actually think it would be cool if you had a big Tailgate shirt on.
Which sometimes I'd rather. There's some things it's like there's a difference between being a dick and offering like constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Like there's some people it's like you want to tell them, be like maybe they have a bit that's not working and you're trying, like, you're not changing it up. That's what's not working. And then when you tell them that, they get kind of pissy. Like, what do you mean I'm not you're saying I'm not funny? I'm not saying you're not funny. I'm not saying what you're saying is not funny. It's the way you're going about it that's kind of fucking it up, like a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't even try to say anything about anyone's comedy anymore.
Yeah, because it gets so like
I don't care enough, unless you ask me like a question.
Yeah, but it's like it's weird when they ask a question, then when you tell them, then they're like, "Oh man, like, what did you want me to do? Do you want me to lie to you?"
Well, not really.
Like, I want you to get better too. You know what I mean?
I just don't care.
That's fair. There is some people I just like.
Well, if they don't mind the feedback,
yeah,
then they. If you ask me something about that, or I see you accidentally doing something wrong,
right?
You know, maybe you're putting the funny part before
what you're saying,
before the ending, when the funny part needs to be the end, right? If it's something like that, I'll be like, hey man, like, if you just reverse those two, they're way more funny,
right?
Like, I'll just say that to someone. But it's up to them to actually, like...
Yeah.
Unless they just completely don't understand what it means.
Well, that's like, going back to the being more assertive, like the beta male versus the alpha male, like action heroes. Like, they don't want to hear Arnold yelling, "Get to the chopper!" They want to, "Hey, will you please go to the chopper? Like, you know, you guys want to get out of here because the guy's coming." That's what they want to hear now.
I know.
Like, are you gonna walk safely to the chopper now? That's what they want to hear. And it's like, no, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's why I was watching some things and I'm like,
there are zombies after us right now.
Oh, see, you know what it is? I could see the moment in history where it started to happen because my buddy brought it up one time. Did you ever see Interstellar?
Yeah.
Remember the scene when the ships, like, Anne Hathaway wants to go to the one planet because the guy that she used to like is on that planet. And he goes, yeah, but we only have enough fuel to go to the other planet. He went there and we never heard from him. So that's rules that planet out.
Yeah.
But she is like, no, I want to go and I want to see him, kind of thing. My buddy in the middle of the theater, opening night, just goes, oh my God, we should have brought 2 ships. But I get it, because he's like, fuck your feelings here. It makes more sense to go here. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, no one's being direct here because they're trying to spare this person's feelings. He's like, but if someone would have just been like, no, it makes more sense to go to this other planet.
Yeah.
Go here.
Yeah.
He goes, that's not what people want. Like, they want to hear, oh, yeah, I care about how you're feeling, versus like, hey, that guy is a bad guy. Kill him. Get it over with.
Yeah, this society makes no sense to me anymore.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I gave up.
Yeah. Technically, like my one buddy is like Batman's kind of a beta male because he's never killed the Joker. Because he goes, any rational person at this point would know the Joker's never going to fucking change. He goes, just kill him. Get it over with. Oh, I'm going to be the same. Yeah, but you know what? My family's dead. Thanks, buddy, because you want to feel better about yourself. You know?
Did you... See, I actually enjoyed the first Joker.
I liked the first one. I thought it was interesting. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a meme. I'm like, I thought it was a cool, interesting take.
I ended up thinking he was a superhero.
Well, because the way they filmed the story around, he is.
And I thought, I was like, you know what? He's just misunderstood.
That version of the character is 100%. But like the Jack Nicholson one,
no,
he was a bad guy to begin with.
Exactly. Exactly. But I actually had sympathy for him in the Joker.
Well, did you ever read The Killing Joke? The comic book?
No.
It's because the animated movie, there's 20 minutes of bullshit in the beginning and it doesn't make sense, but the rest of it's spot on adaptation. But in the book, they kind of give the Joker an origin. It's not said the origin because it's supposed to be left ambiguous. But he was like a failed comedian, you know, so any of us could be the Joker. But it kind of keeps like the Joker movie, where he was a failed comedian and his wife was pregnant and the kids were starving, kind of thing. Like didn't have money, so he's like, well, I'll do this one criminal job to pay for this, and I'll be done. Well, that job is the night that Batman shows up. He is wearing this hood thing to look like the main villain, and he ends up falling in the acid and becoming the Joker. When he goes back to his family here, he's told, oh no, it was right before the job, he finds out that his wife was killed in a household accident, that she got shocked and electrocuted her. But he still had to go on the job because the gangsters were like, you either go on the job or we kill you. So he's literally a victim of circumstance and then just driven crazy because he's like, oh, so anyone can have one bad day and become me. And you kind of understand that, and you feel bad for the Joker a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though he just shot Barbara Gordon, took pictures of her naked there, and then played it for her dad to watch.
Yeah.
But you're like, like this guy's here because he's broken. Like, that's why. But he just did something horrific too. So it's like,
now you're torn.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, like a lot of people after watching Infinity War were like, you know, Thanos has a point. You know what I mean? Like where he's like, if I snap half the world away, we'll have more resources for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because he's like, we tried to make it work before on my other planet, and he goes, and everyone died because they cared too much.
Yeah.
And I feel like you just have to have a healthy balance of being like nice to people, but also like, you know what I mean? Like either alpha or beta, either one can be too bad. You have to have like an AB personality, I guess. Alpha beta personality.
I get it, but I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know. I could be making no sense at all.
No, you're actually onto something actually that's writing the characters very important.
Right.
You know, where I actually think it depends on the stakes they set.
That's
See, I think a thing that gets me is I don't mind you being a beta or an alpha.
Uh-huh.
But if the stakes are raised high enough, it should be able to switch you to now. If someone's beta and they have stakes that are high enough, they should switch to being, as a character arc, alpha.
Right. It's like there's something, yeah, because I agree with that, because it's kind of like when you watch Dune.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet starts off kind of a bitch.
He was a bitch.
And then, like, his whole family gets massacred, and then he becomes, like, the leader of the... Luke Skywalker is a good example of that. Yes. Farm boy that's kind of a bitch. What's he do? Oh, I bomb rats. That's all he does. Then he blows up a Death Star full of people. That's kind of alpha shit right there.
That is alpha shit.
And, you know, and then, like, he's still kind of a beta character in Return of the Jedi, because he's still kind of like, hey, Dad, come join me. But has no problem whipping his dad's ass when he's called to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And
he's a beta in the moment, but he's an alpha
in real life.
Yeah.
Because, I feel you have to be able to do a mix of both.
And like you have guys like John Wayne who are just alpha all the time.
Yeah.
And it kind of backfires on you a little bit. Like you come off too, like that's why a lot of people don't like how aggressive he is. Like he couldn't be in movies today because he would be too aggressive.
Yeah, well, also John Wayne at the time, I almost feel like movies are basing off of what they want the future society to be like.
Yeah.
It's like they're preconditioning you. If we put 1 billion of these characters out there, then society will slowly adopt that kind of personality.
Yeah, and so they're trying, like, I feel like they went too aggressive and like, oh, everybody's way too aggressive now. We got to reel this back a little bit and put more sensitive guys out there.
Yeah.
And then maybe guys today will be more sensitive to people. But then it kind of just makes them into more victims, it feels like.
Exactly.
Because, like, other people are just like, I'm not fazed by movies. Fuck you. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's why you don't see, like, as harsh penalties on, like, criminals now. Because everyone has sympathy for criminals. But now the criminal element ends up stepping their game up because, hey, you don't feel bad for coming after me anymore. Or you feel bad at coming after me. So I'm going to be more heinous with what I do because I might as well do more heinous shit if you're going to come after me. Be nice about coming after me anyway.
That's true. I've never thought of
Think about that. The death penalty is way more scarier if it's immediate than it is 10 years later.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're going to put me on death row. Well, I'm 50 now. They're probably going to execute me at 60. I'm probably going to die at 60 anyway. Might as well just go hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
I never thought about that, but that's actually a very interesting viewpoint.
It's weird shit you think about sometimes, you know?
Well, I like your viewpoint on multiple things. You got me to think about a different angle.
Yeah. I just like having conversation with people because, like, I wouldn't have came up with that myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when you're talking to people and you're thinking about it in the conversation and you're like, yeah, I guess it does kind of make sense. Like, or
it does.
You know what I mean?
Like I don't know. I just think the society we live in, it's like they're tired of people being one way, and they're tired of that boomer mentality.
Right.
But they also aren't sure how to make.
They don't know how to find that happy medium.
Yeah, and they're trying to find a happy medium by literally being oversensitive to the younger generation, because but now you're going to be raising a bunch of undersensitive, like overly sensitive people, which then the thing that they don't realize will happen is it's going to do a full swing the opposite direction.
Yep. I will say, like, I see where you're coming from on that too, because like there is a huge difference between how, like, my brother, like the age range difference between me and my oldest brother is 22 years.
Yeah.
And the youngest difference is 13 years. And I'm still the baby. So like I'm born in the 90s, everybody else was born in the 70s.
Yeah.
They are more
boomer,
direct and harsher in their thoughts.
Yes.
Than what I am.
Yeah.
And it's just that difference because they grew up in a hard, other people were just as harsh. Well, when I, grew up and you interact with other people your age, you can't be as harsh because it's a different, like everybody else is not on the same level.
Yeah.
So you try to cater your tone and it ends up coming off weird. You know what I mean?
Well, I gave up doing that, man.
Yeah.
I'm literally
I'm starting to feel that way now because,
bro,
you try to be nice to people and you try to help people, and then it's no matter what you do is not enough. You're never going to do anything the way you're not going to make everybody else happy. So then eventually you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing my own thing. Then all of a sudden, like, they're going to be pissed off for a little bit, but eventually those people go away.
Well, is it really worth your time though? Like, like for instance, if I can't just be who I am, regardless if it's harsh or not harsh, right?
Yeah.
Naturally, if it's harsh, the person's going to be like, man, I don't like hanging out with that guy.
Yeah.
And then they're just going to stop talking to me anyway.
Yeah. It's like, but if I'm nice to them, eventually they're going to realize, I don't like this guy, and I'm not going to hang out with him anymore.
Yeah.
But instead of dragging it out for 10 years, I drug it out in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. You know where someone stands with you. I know where I stand if I enjoy someone or not. Well, women I give more of a variance to because, I had to fill them out. Mm-hmm. But guy-wise, I know how much I like you in our first 10 minutes of talking.
oh, for sure. 100%.
It's not even.
Yeah. But I was just looking at the timer, man. We're like over 2 hours. That's how much this has flowed by. We're like 2:08-ish.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to keep you too. I don't know how late you
It's cool. Yeah.
heading out.
We can. I'll head out. Yeah.
No, I just didn't know how long. I didn't want to keep you super long. I didn't realize how long we were going for. I was like, woo.
Yeah, it was a simple conversation.
That's usually how it goes, man. But yeah, like I know like you said, you're in Pittsburgh. You were in Pittsburgh for a little bit.
Yeah.
But now
I'm here for another week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So I'll probably see you.
I'll see you
at some mics and stuff. Okay. You should come down Tuesday. We're filming it. Oh, at the time of recording, this will come out afterwards, but you should come down for the live.
Nah, maybe.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only time I just like the Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like Tuesday was the only day we were doing because it's like the real St. Patty's Day, and you can't really you can't really have an open mic in the middle of St. Patty's Day in Pittsburgh.
I'm not trying to do that.
Right.
Yeah,
so we decided. So we were like, they have a separate room upstairs where you can kind of close the door and kind of thing, so I can do a live pod in there. It's like you can kind of control the environment more.
Exactly.
Where if we was just doing it unhinged in where we normally do the mic, that would just be pure chaos.
Yeah, I'll be out on Wednesday.
Right.
I'm not dealing with.
Same.
Yeah.
But yeah, why don't you tell people where they can find you at? Like if they like you and they want to follow your comedy and stuff.
Cory Chappo, CoryChappo. That's at really anything. I mostly go on Instagram, and if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's cool too. But I don't really post anything.
I did find a cool little feature though, that you can send people collabs on Instagram or on YouTube. And what it does is it puts the pod on your YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like if you're on something, I can send you a collab thing. Yeah. Like people that are already on your YouTube are like, oh, hey, I can see you were on this podcast thing, and they can watch the episode. So it makes it easier to for your fans to find you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it does help me out a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's slowly turning into Patreon.
Right. That's it. Dude, Patreon is so hard to figure out.
Why?
Because
well, we're talking about it often.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, man.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime you're in town, hit me up.
Oh, dude,
I'll swing you on, try to get you on.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to you about nonsense.
That's kind of what this pod is basically the same thing as Seinfeld. What's your pod about? Nothing.
Yeah.
Just
two people shooting the shit.
Basically.
I love it.
But all right, guys, that'll be it for this one. So see ya. This is the kickoff of season 2.
Oh, baby.
100 episode seasons.
I like it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir.
All right, man. So I'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.